Amphibians and reptiles, birds, mammals. 1. Tylotriton barncosis 1. Choriotis nigroceps 1. Presbytus pileatus, Himalayan neuter, the great Indian bustard, capped lang. Reasons FORDEPIETIONOF wildlife. Many wild animals became extinct due to various human and natural activities. 1. Absence of cover or shelter to wild animals. 2. Due to deforestation for cultivation, road building, railway routes, dam construction or for urbanization, occurs reduction in the area for free movement of wild animals which retard reproductive capacity of certain wild animals such as deer, bison, rhino, tiger, etc. 3. Destruction of wild plants of forests for timber, charcoal and firewood often deprive wild animals their most palatable food and affects their survival. 4. Noise pollution by different transporting media trucks, buses, rails, aeroplanes, etc. and polluting river water have adversely affected wild animals. 5. Various natural calamities such as floods, droughts, fires, epidemics, etc. have also caused great destruction of wildlife. 6. Hunting methods of all kinds and for any purpose, i.e., for food, recreation, hide, fur, plumage, musk, tusk, horn, etc. have caused destruction of wildlife. Necessity for WIID life conservation. The conservation of wildlife is required for the following benefits. 1. The wildlife helps us in maintaining the balance of nature. Once this equilibrium is disturbed, it leads to many problems. The destruction of carnivores or insectivores often leads to the increase in herbivores, which in turn affects the forest vegetation or crops. 2. The wildlife can be used commercially to earn more and more money. It can increase our earning of foreign exchange, if linked with tourism. 3. The preservation of wildlife helps many naturalists and behavior biologists to study morphology, anatomy, physiology, ecology, behavior biology of the wild animals under their natural surroundings. 4. The wildlife provides best means of sports and recreation. 5. The wildlife of India is our cultural asset and has deep-rooted effect on Indian art, sculpture, literature and religion. Modes of wildlife conservation. In India, the following measures have been undertaken for the wildlife management. 1. Protection by law. India was probably the first country to enact a Wildlife Protection Act. The Wild Birds and Animals Protection Act was passed in 1887 and repealed in 1912. For game protection in the states, in 1927, the Forest Act 16 was enacted. Indian Board for Wildlife was established in 1952 and this was followed by setting up of wildlife boards in different states. In 1972, new Wildlife Protection Act was passed. Under this act, possession, trapping, shooting of wild animals alive or dead, serving their meat in eating houses, their transport and export are all controlled and watched by special staff, chief wildlife warden and authorized officers. This act prohibits hunting of females and young ones. Under this act, threatened species are absolutely protected and there is afforded graded protection according to their state of population size. 2. Protected species of Indian wildlife. The following wild animals have been enlisted as threatened and protected species: white-eyed buck, Indian antelope or black buck, four-horned antelope, barrel, swamp deer, eastern pangolin, elephant, Indian gazelle or chinkara, musk deer, serow, tar, golden cat, snow leopard, great pangolin, Indian bustard, pink, headed duck, peafowl, monal pheasant, coatless pheasant, sheer pheasant, horned pheasant, monitor lizard, water lizard, gharial, marsh crocodile, python, and leathery OA turtle. Albino and melanic individuals of all species of wild EYL animals are also protected. 3. Establishment of sanctuaries and national parks. To protect, preserve and propagate rich natural bounty, the Government of India passed the Wildlife Protection Act in 1972 under which national parks and sanctuaries could be created. Creation of biosphere reserves has also been put into practice since 1986. In India, nearly 434 national parks and sanctuaries have been established, out of which 17 have been selected as Project Tiger areas. On March 1, 1989, there were 445 national parks and sanctuaries. See Rana, 1994. National parks are set up for preserving flora, fauna, landscapes and historic objects of an area. A national park is an area which is strictly reserved for the betterment of the wildlife and where activities such as forestry, grazing or cultivation are not permitted. No private ownership right is allowed. There are 66 national parks in the country which are spread over an area of 33,988.14 square kilometers or nearly 1% of the country's geographical area. Sanctuaries are places where the killing or capturing of any animal is prohibited except under orders of the authorities concerned. They provide protection and optimum living conditions to wild animals. Thus, in a sanctuary, protection is given only to the fauna and operations such as harvesting of timber, collection of minor forest products and private ownership rights are permitted so long as they do not interfere with the well-being of animals. There are 368 sanctuaries in India covering over 1,07310, square kilometers, amounting to 3.2% of India's total geographical area. During the past 3 decades, the concept of biosphere reserves has been evolved by the Man and Biosphere (MAB) program of the UNESCO. India has identified 13 areas to be declared as biosphere reserves. Of these, the Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve, including parts of Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, was declared in 1986 and the Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve in 1988. 2 more biosphere reserves, one at Uttarakhand including the Valley of Flowers in northwestern Himalaya, and another at Nokrek, North Himalaya, have also been recently included in the list of biosphere reserves. In a biosphere reserve, multiple land use is permitted by designating various zones. These zones are the core zone where no human activity is permitted, the buffer zone where limited human activity is allowed, and the manipulated zone where a large number of human activities go on. In a biosphere reserve, wild populations as well as traditional lifestyles of tribals and varied domesticated plant and animals' genetic resources are protected. Some of the well-known wildlife sanctuaries and national parks of India are as follows. 1. Kaziranga Wildlife Sanctuary. It was established in 1926 in District Sibsagar, Subdivision Jorhat, Assam. Sibsagar, Subdivision Jorhat, Assam, on the south bank of the Brahmaputra River. It consists of 430 square kilometers of forest grasslands and swamps and supports a fauna of 700 rhinoceros, besides elephant, wild buffalo, bison, tiger, leopard, sloth bear, sambar, swamp deer, hog deer, barking deer, wild boar, gibbon and birds such as pelican, stork and ring-tailed fishing eagles. 2. Manas Wildlife Sanctuary and Tiger Reserve. It is located in District Kamrup in Assam, has an area of 540 square kilometers and is situated at an altitude of 80 meters. River Manas passes through it. It contains the following wild animals: tiger, panther, wild dog, wild boar, rhinoceros, gaur, wild buffalo, sambar, swamp deer and golden langur. 3. Jaldapara Wildlife Sanctuary. It is situated in Jalpaiguri district of West Bengal and is a 65 square kilometers stretch of grassland. Its wildlife fauna includes animals such as rhinoceros, gaur, elephant, tiger, leopard, deer, and a variety of birds and reptiles. 4. Halamau National Park. It is situated in Daltonganj district in Bihar and has an area of 345 square kilometers. Its flora is thick tropical forests. The fauna of this park includes tiger, panther, sloth bear, elephant, chital, gaur, nilgai, chinkara, chowsingha and mouse deer. 5. Hazaribagh National Park. This national park was established in 1954 in Bihar. This national park was established in 1954 in Bihar. It has an area of 184 square kilometers of thick tropical forests. The typical fauna of this park includes wild boar, sambar, nilgai, tiger, leopard, sloth bear, hyena and gaur. 6. Simlapal National Park. It is situated in district Mayuribhanj in Orissa and has an area of 2,750 sq.km. It is covered over by dense sal forests and is chosen for Project Tiger. Its typical fauna includes tiger, elephant, deer, peafowl, talking mynas, chital, sambar, panther, gaur, hyena and sloth bear. 7. Chilka Lake. This largest inland lake has an area of 1,000 square kilometers and is about 100 kilometers from Bhubaneswar, Orissa. Its typical fauna includes waterfowls, ducks, cranes, ospreys, golden plovers, sandpipers, stone curlews, flamingos, etc. 8. Kolameru Bird Sanctuary. This is a small bird sanctuary near Tadapalagudam in Andhra State. It is a breeding place for pelicans and many marine birds visit this place. 9. Vedanthangal Bird Sanctuary. This small-sized but very old sanctuary extends over a lake of about 0.30 square kilometers, 85 kilometers south of Madras. Many migratory birds regularly visit this temporary lake. The regular visitors of this lake are birds such as spoonbill, open-billed stork, egrets, ibis, cormorant, darter, gray heron, pelican, snipes and dabchick. 10. Gwindi Deer Park. It is situated near Madras city and has mainly chitals and black bucks. A few albinos of black buck are also found here. 11. Point Calamara Wildlife Sanctuary. This is situated at the southern tip of the Thanjavur district of Tamil Nadu abutting the Palk Strait. Its backwater and lagoon is visited by flamingos and pelicans. Its nearby Veedaranyam forest has a fauna of numerous black bucks, chitals and 12. Mundantherai Sanctuary. It was established in 1962 in Tirunelveli district of Tamil Nadu and has an area of 520 square kilometers. It has evergreen forests and Tamarapurani River flows through this sanctuary. Its typical fauna includes panther, tiger, sambar and chital. 13. Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary. This is situated in Kerala state and has an area of 777 square kilometers. It was established in 1940 around the artificial lake which arose behind the dam built across the Periyar River as 1900. This sanctuary of great scenic beauty supports a fauna of wild elephants, gaurs, leopards, sloth bear, sambars, barking deer, wild dogs, wild boars, black Nilgiri langur and water birds such as grey hornbills, egrets. 14. Mudumalai Wildlife Sanctuary. This wildlife sanctuary was established in 1940 in northwestern part of Nilgiris in Tamil Nadu. It is known for its rich forests and diversity of fauna. That includes wild elephant, gaur, sambar, chital, barking deer, mouse deer, four-horned antelope, tiger, panther, bonnet monkey, langur, giant squirrel, flying squirrel, wild dog, jackal, wild cat, sloth bear, porcupine, pangolin, flying lizard, monitor lizard, rat snake, python and various birds. Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary. 15. Ranganthittu Bird Sanctuary. It covers an area of 166 square kilometers and includes a series of islands in the Kaveri River 15 kilometers off the Bangalore-Mysore Road, near Srirangapatnam. Its avial fauna includes open-bill stork, white ibis, egret, spoonbill, wild duck, peafowl, night heron birds. 16. Bandipur Wildlife Sanctuary. This sanctuary was established in 1941 by the then ruler of Mysore, Karnataka state. It is situated 80 kilometers south of Mysore city en route to Octakamand. It has an area of 874 square kilometers and is at an altitude of 1,454.4 meters. Its forest is very thick and has plenty of rainfall. Its wildlife fauna includes plenty of gaurs and animals such as elephant, leopard, sloth bear, wild dog, chital, panther, barking deer, porcupine and langur. 17. Katagao Wildlife Sanctuary. It is located in South Goa and has an area of 105 square kilometers. It has wet evergreen forest of elven burla trees and supports rich fauna of the following animals: gaur, sambar, chital, hog deer, barking deer, wild boar, hyena, panther, leopard, jackal, otter, porcupine and birds such as parakeet, lorikeet, woodpecker, kingfisher, bulbul, jungle fowl, egret, etc. 18. Bhagwan Mahadev Wildlife Sanctuary. It is located in North Goa and has an area of 240 square kilometers and supports fauna almost similar to Katagao Wildlife Sanctuary. 19. Sesar Gur. This famous wildlife sanctuary, Fourth Asiatic Leon, is situated in Gujarat state, 468 kilometers from Ahmedabad and 43 kilometers from Baraval. It has an area of 1,295 square kilometers of semi-arid country with patches of thorn scrub and deciduous trees. Its fauna includes Asiatic lion, spotted deer, blue bull, nilgai, four-horned antelope, chinkara, striped hyena, wild boar, porcupine, langur, python, crocodiles and birds such as green pigeon, partridge, rock grouse, etc. 20. Kanha National Park. This national park was established in 1955 in former Banjar Valley Reserve, Madhya Pradesh. This park has an area of 939.94 square kilometers and includes hilly terrains and streams. It is 175 kilometers away from Jabalpur and has forests of sal trees. Its typical fauna includes animals such as tiger, chital, panther, sambar, black buck and barasingha. 21. Tandoba National Park. It is located in Chandrapur district, Maharashtra, and has an area of 116 square kilometers. Its typical fauna includes tiger, sambar, sloth bear, bison, chital, chinkara, barking deer, blue bull, four-horned deer, langur, peafowl and few crocodiles. 22. Sariska. This is one of the most beautiful wildlife sanctuary of Rajasthan near Alwar. It has an area of 800 square kilometers and has dense dohekra and solar forests. Its typical fauna includes tiger, leopard, spotted deer, jungle cat, four-horned antelope, langur, porcupine, hedgehog, peafowl, etc. 23. Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary, Koldio Ghana. It is located at Bharatpur, Rajasthan, has an area of 29 square kilometers and harbor all kinds of indigenous nesting water birds, waterside birds and migratory birds. More than 328 varieties of birds including cormorants, spoonbills, white ibis, Indian darters, egrets, painted storks, open-billed storks, great black neck storks, etc. Many migratory birds such as ducks, geese, Siberian cranes, etc. regularly visit this sanctuary. Drier parts of this marshy sanctuary have animals like spotted deer, black buck, sambar, blue bull, wild boar and python. 24. Sultanpur Lake Bird Sanctuary. This small-sized 2 square kilometers area bird sanctuary is located in Gurgaon district, Haryana, about 30 kilometers from Delhi. Its typical avian fauna includes crane, saris, spotbill, rudishell and drake. 25. Shikari Devi Wildlife Sanctuary. It is located in Mandi district, in Himachal Pradesh. It has an area of 213 square kilometers and has the following animals: snow leopard, flying fox, black bear, barking deer, musk deer, chikor, partridge, etc. 26. Bir Motaba Sanctuary. It is located near Patiala in Punjab. The typical fauna of this wildlife sanctuary includes black buck, blue bull, hog deer, hare, jackal and birds such as peafowl, partridge, sparrow, babbler, myna, parakeet, pigeon, dove, etc. 27. Dachigam Wildlife Sanctuary. It was established in 1951 in Kashmir 26 kilometers away from Srinagar. It has an area of 89 square kilometers and has 2 levels, Upper Dachigam at 3,692.3 meters altitudes and Lower Dachigam at 1,846.2 meters altitudes. It mainly preserves Hongal or Kashmir stag, but also has animals such as musk deer, leopard, black bear, brown bear and baboon. Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. 28. Corbett National Park. It is one of India's most famous wildlife sanctuary and was constituted in 1935 as the first national park of India. It is situated between Nainital and Garhwal districts in Uttar Pradesh. It has an area of 525 square kilometers and is located within west to south bend of river Ramganga. It supports a rich and diverse fauna of the following animals: tiger, panther, sloth bear, hyena, elephant, blue bull, swamp deer, barking deer, Indian antelope, porcupine, birds such as bulbul, woodpecker, barbet, babbler and bee-eater, and reptiles such as crocodile, python, etc. 29. Shivpuri Sanctuary. It is located in Madhya Pradesh and is an asylum for tigers. 30. Anamalai Sanctuary. This sanctuary was established in 1972 in the southern part of Coimbatore district in Tamil Nadu. It has a vast area of 958 square kilometers and supports rich fauna of animals such as elephant, gaur, sambar, spotted deer, barking deer, Nilgiri tar, lion-tailed macaque, tiger, panther, sloth bear, langur, porcupine and pangolin. Other conservation measures. Other important steps need to preserve wildlife include the following measures. For the preservation of species, wildlife management staff should have a correct idea about the exact habitat which the species under consideration needs. Natural habitat of wild animals should be carefully protected. Habitats of wildlife should be improved by constructing water holes, salt licks and by raising plantation of better and nourishing fodder grasses and trees. Effective means of census operation should be adopted to measure population sizes of various wild animals. The enforcement of wildlife protection acts should be observed strictly. Shooting and hunting of endangered species should be totally banned. To take care of wildlife in case of epidemics, veterinary efforts should be made. To understand the biology and behavior of wild animals, research on wildlife should be encouraged. Public should be educated about the advantages and disadvantages of wildlife. RUAYNIO